Well, good afternoon again. Although it's almost evening now, not to worry. Anyway, just to write an omission, not a big one, nothing serious, but of course I showed you me Lister mug and mat, but I omitted to show you the picture of the D on the back side, so I just wanted to get that in because it's only got to be a shortish one today. Now, I've been some jobs go well, as you know, and some don't. It's just the nature of the beast, isn't it? Some jobs go alright, like the oil change on the engine and making the exhaust, you know, the bolts have come out and it's all gone pretty well, to be honest. Anyway, 2 or 3 days ago I decided to make this small box. And, well, I've made every mistake in the book. First of all, well, I found some screws and I thought I'll make it sturdy. I did the first day was okay because I found some suitable plywood, you see, to make it with. So I thought, oh, that's alright. Then I wanted something else to make it with, which I can't find and haven't got. I've had to compromise there. And then the first thing that happened, of course, was I've cut it with a handsaw, right, and used the belt sander to, you know, but, you know, we're no cabinet makers anymore. You've seen the kitchen cabinets that I made in 1986. Well, I won't be making any as good as that again, will I? Anyway, we've got it done, and I haven't been, obviously, grafting away. I can't anymore. So I do half an hour, 3/4 an hour, something like that, and stop, and, you know, so I've been, as I say, 3 days or so, 4 days, I don't know. Anyway, we've got it done. So I'm just going to oil it up. And I've got a drop. I've only got a tiny drop of linseed oil left. So I just want to show you this because it's a long while since I've used any. And just maybe 1 or 2 people that don't know what a difference a drop of linseed makes to wood. So we just show you that because I don't think I've ever done any since I've had this decent camera, you know. And you can lather it on because the wood will be dry. I can tell you that much. I should have enough, I think. Just about. Got enough? Yeah, I will have enough. The original bottle went, I'll pick some more up because I did used to use quite a lot of this, you know, and I'll do the small bits so you can see just in case we run a bit short, and round the top. Right, let me just tip the camera for action because I'm off the shot half the time, aren't I? You'll be able to see what I'm doing better anyway. That's all. Not that you need to see oil in it, but what I can talk to you about, you see, is woodwork. Now, boiled linseed oil is definitely the best way to go, and anyone that's done any will tell you. If you want it to be a bit shinier and last longer, you can use teak oil. My friends do on his boats and that, you know. But you can liberally put it on, you know, really lather it on, it doesn't matter. It's not going to hurt anything. You can't put too much on, you can put too little on. Because as I say, this wood in here will be very dry. So I'm just going to quickly do this. Now, what's gone wrong with this? Well, what hasn't gone blooming wrong with it? I've drilled holes in the wrong place. Put the first screw there, look. Drilled straight into the slot for the lid. You know, and struggled to find screws. Right, I'm just having to drain the bottle onto the cloth, look, you see. So we might have to get some more to finish this yet, I don't know, but we'll see. I'm not too worried. You know, I just want to, we'll give it a wipe over today and then we can always finish it another day, can't we? So that's done. There's just this side and the bottom, but We should be alright, I think. I'll just wipe a bit on there. Oh, we're alright, yeah, there's plenty. It's just, you know what oil's like, you've got to wait for it to run down the bottom of the bottle, haven't you? Now, I've got another project coming up that my friend, Pascal, right, with a lister, made a trolley, and he said, the thing is, I've never used any petrol, right, for years. I mean, I've got a petrol generator, and until I got my engine, you know, and until I got the mystery engine, you know, I've probably bought, I don't know, 5 litres of petrol in the last 15 years, something like that. You know, I mean, none at all. So we didn't have to know about it. Of course, petrol's changed, and it's got this blooming ethanol in it, hasn't it? And so there's a very simple way of getting the ethanol out. And I said it'd be a good video to do. The only thing is, it's you can't do it in a day, like you can't do it straight away. That's the only thing. Right, we've got all this done. I ain't done the bottom. I'll do the bottom. So that's upcoming. I told you about the spanners we're pickling in vinegar, so we may have a look at that tomorrow, or may not. I'll just show you. I'm waiting for this to run down. And also, I just thought today, I've got those spark plugs, and someone on the D forum was talking about his engine wouldn't go. We were trying to help him, and if you have a bit of a weak spark, do that. So I thought, well, it's something that we take for granted, don't we? Gap in spark plugs. You know, I mean, it's something that everyone my sort of age just takes for granted, because when we were young, our cars, most cars had a gap of 25 thou, right? And what you did to make up for a bit of damp and, you know, probably an older coil and stuff like that, you gapped the plugs to 20 thou. And your car started. All your mates didn't, of course, because they wouldn't do it or didn't know about it. Anyway, that was taught to me early on, so as I say, I've known that, well, all my life, you know. And there's an interesting little thing with these plugs on this engine. You know very well that it was the plug that stopped it going in the first place, don't you? Right. I'll just go and get this oil off my hands. Right, let's see if this oil's helped this lid to open, eh? Ah! There's plenty of videos of how to do this, and that, of course, if you can see, I can't get near enough to it now, but it's a goat's head anyway, or a cow's head, or a donkey's head or something. I've had to cut it off one of my farm animals, because of course it's supposed to be one of these, isn't it? You're supposed to have one of them jump out and land on your hand, you see. Well, I went to the shop and there isn't any, you know. There would be at Halloween, of course. Anyway, as I say, there's plenty of plenty of videos of how it works. And what I'll do, if I put the box down there, there's plenty of light, I will show you. And as I say, because I'm not taking it to pieces again, because it's I've made it quite well. I mean, I made it strong because it might be chucked across the room like. So all you do, pivot a piece of wood and attach a piece of wire to it, and as I say, it should have a spider hung off the end, not a donkey's head, and a bit of string that's attached to the front of the lid, you see. So because it comes out quickly if you look, see, and you attach your handle where it touches. You attach your handle where it touches, so it touches your hand, right? But it works. But if I'd known how difficult it was going to be to do, I don't think I would have bothered. You know, honestly, it's you know, it's been just a bit difficult. Anyway, we'll look round for a spider and see, because I just thought it's worth doing and making a little bit of effort to try and do it. Because that box is one, you know, if we go out somewhere, I can chuck in the car, can't I? You know, like my engine, and go and show people. Like my other little knick-knacks I've done. Now, do you remember this useless box that I did quite a while ago? Release to detonate. Now, I've had quite a lot of fun showing that to people here. I showed it to Chris, who bought me project engine, my new Briggs that I did for me engine project. He liked it and showed it to his mate. Everyone likes it. The problem is, and I've mentioned this before, in the current climate we live in, if I take that to a show, there's a good chance that someone will see it and thinks it's a bomb, chuck the show down and call the bomb squad. Yeah, and it's a real possibility. So it's a shame, because I made that to take and I can't take it. Anyway, there you go. At least me new one I can take, and we'll see if we can give people a laugh, eh?